What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and we're at From Heroes to Icons. I do apologize for not having a video last week, but life duties call. But we are gonna make up for it by having a video earlier this week and having a little bit more meat to the video. This week we're gonna be covering the comic books coming out on February 19th, 2020, and I got a few things to look at first. Keep everybody in mind of, if they do not watch comic book news, the Joker has a new sidekick called Punchline. I believe she's going to debut next week. And Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen #3. And then Batman 89 is her first full appearance, I believe. Excuse me. And for Batman 92, which is out on May 6th, there is a fantastic Art Germ cover. Phenomenal. That guy's a beast. Definitely a book to be slabbed. Robert Kirkman has another book coming out. That guy is just full of ideas. And he's doing that book with Chris Samney. It's called Firepower. First, it's going to come out with I think 129-page graphic novel or some such, and that is on April 29th. And that Saturday, I believe, is New Comic Book Day. Not Free Comic Book Day, excuse me. And they're going to have a Free Comic Book Day debut of that book also. So you can get a Firepower graphic novel on April 29th, and then that following Saturday, make sure you get to your LCS to celebrate Free Comic Book Day, and they will have a book for that. And of course, I got news on one of my favorite Marvel books, of course, Daredevil #21. Marco Cicchetto and Chip Zdarsky both put this on all their social media. Daredevil is back in the red suit. And I like the fact that he has like regular pants. He looks a little bit more rugged with the Cartier pants or whatever, the armbands or whatever dangling off. He looks really, really dope. And it's I like that he looks like this. It'd be nice to see if Charlie Cox, once he gets back in the red from the black, if he would look like this. And this book is coming out in May. All right, let's hop to it. First, we're going to start off with DC Comics, usually. We got Aquaman 57 by Kelly Sue DeConnick and Robson Rocha. Robson Rocha is doing cover A, and Chris Anka is doing cover B. Batman 89, first appearance of Punchline by James Tynion IV and Gilliam March. Cover A is by Tony S. Daniel, and cover B is by Francesco Mattina. We have $2 comics this week. Teen Titans #2, which I believe is the first appearance of Slade, and Flash Rebirth #1. Flash Forward #6. I believe this is the final issue of this book by Scott Lobdell and Brett Booth. Cover A is by Evan Shaner, and cover B is by Inhuk Lee. I would definitely get both of those covers. Joker Killer Smile #3 by Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Isn't that cover A just cute? Cover A by Andrea Sorrentino, and cover B, Sick Joker, by Carrie Andrews. Justice League 41 by Robert Venditti and Aaron Lopresti. Cover A is by Brian Hitch, and cover B is by Jamal Campbell. A new book from the Hill House line, Plunge #1 by Joe Hill and the now unretired Stuart Emmerman. Cover A is by Jeremy Wilson, and cover B is by Gary Frank. Teen Titans #39 by Adam Glass and Ricardo Peniska. Cover A is by Bernard Chang, and cover B is by Carrie Randolph. We got a giant size Wonder Woman #3, and this one does not have two covers as the Flash did last week. Wonder Woman Dead Earth #2. I do not have, and Daniel Warren Johnson is writing and drawing and doing both covers for that. And the big book from DC, which it is out of alphabetical order sequence, but Deceased Unkillables #1 by Tom Taylor and Trevor Scott. This has a slew of covers, but I'm only carrying like 5 here. Howard Porter is doing cover A. Francesco Mattina is doing cover B. Yasmin Putri is doing cover C. Jay Anacleto is doing cover D. And Ryan Brown is doing cover E. And that is it for our DC Comics. Moving over to Image. We have quite a few books from them this week. Starting off with Bitterroot #6 by Chuck Brown, David F. Walker, and Sanford Green. Sanford Green is doing cover A. Chris Brunner is doing cover B, which is a Do the Right Thing homage cover. And cover C is by Sanford Green, which is a homage cover to My Neighbor Totoro. Super dope. Lucy Clare, Redemption #3, written, drawn, and both covers by John Upchurch. This is my guilty pleasure. The werewolves to Buffy the Vampire Slayer's vampires. Middle West #15 by Scotty Young and Jorge Corona. Oblivion Song 24 by Robert Kirkman and Lorenzo De La Fece. And then we have On the Stump #1, a new book by Chuck Brown and Prinzi. Prinzi is doing cover A, and Sanford Green is doing cover B. Last book from Image, Undiscovered Country #4 by Scott Snyder, Charles Soule, and Danielle Arlindi. Giuseppe Camicoli is doing cover A, and Jamie McLevy is doing cover B. Moving over to our Indies books, we only have 2 that we're covering this week. Red Mother #3 by Jeremy Hahn and Danny Luckert. Danny Luckert is doing cover A, and cover B is an FOC variant. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 103 by Tom Waltz and Sophie Campbell. Sophie Campbell is doing cover A, and Sam Lofty is doing cover B. Last up, we have Marvel Comics. Captain Marvel #15 by Kelly Thompson and Lee Garbett. Mark Brooks is doing cover A. Emmanuel Lupacino is doing cover B. Z Li Yu is doing the Chinese New Year variant, and cover D is by In Huck Lee. Conan the Barbarian #13 by Jim Zub and Raj Antonio. Cover A is by E.G. Geis, and cover B is by Tony Infante. Super dope. Daredevil #18 by Chip Zdarsky and Jorge Fornes. Cover A is by Julian Totino Tedesco, and cover B is by Paulo Riviera. Deadpool #3 by Kelly Thompson and Chris Bacalo. Chris Bacalo is doing cover A, and David Yarin is giving us a Marvel's X variant for cover B. Fantastic Four #19 by Dan Slott and Sean Izaske. Nick Bradshaw is doing cover A, and cover B is a Gwen Stacy variant. Ghost Spider #7. I'll pause right there for a minute. By Shonen McGuire and Ig Guara. Paul Hope is doing cover A for that. Guardians of the Galaxy #2 by Al Ewing and Juan Cabal. Evan Shaverin is doing cover A. Ann Yu, I believe, is doing cover B, which is a Gwen Stacy cover. Cover C is by Yuzu Wu. That is a Chinese New Year variant. And cover D is a 1 in 25 variant by Andrea Sorrentino. Marauders #8 by Jerry Dugan and Stefano Casella. If you haven't been getting this book, I know that you will. Kitty Pryde is on the gonna be dead soon, so there's that. And cover A is done by Russell Dodderman. New Mutants #7 by Jonathan Hickman and Rod Reyes. Not really feeling that book. We got Two True Believers, Avengers 162, and that is an Iron Man 2020. First appearance of Jocasta, I think. And it was only one book. Jane Foster Valkyrie, #8 by Jason Aaron and Kafu. Cover A is by Mahmoud Ashrar, and cover B is by Peach Momoko. Last book and big book from Marvel is Wolverine #1, continuing the Dawn of X by Benjamin Percy and Adam Kubert. Cover A is by Adam Kubert, Cover B is a die cut cover by Chip Kidd. Cover C is by R.B. Silva. Cover D is a Hidden Gems variant by Jim Lee. Cover E is a 2 per store variant of cover A. Cover F is the C2E2 Gerard Perel variant, which I'm really, really feeling. And cover G is that adamantium variant, and that's a 1 in 200. I can imagine how much that costs. And personally, there are like a million other homage exclusives, etc. for this book from various comic book outlets. But my favorite of these, besides the die cut 90s variant, is the Alex Ross cover. And that book also has a Virgin variant to it. And that's it for the books this week. For our covers of the week, we're going to start off with Wolverine #1, the Chip Kidd die cut variant. And if it's printed the same way that the Abrams Spider-Man was, it's going to be a really, really nice book to have. It prints out beautifully, and the way they cut it is excellent. Aquaman 57, cover A. The baby's on the way. Conan the Barbarian #13, cover B, the Infante variant. Teen Titans #35, cover B by Kerry Randolph. Bitterroot #6, the Do the Right Thing homage cover. And my cover of the week is Ghost Spider #7. Love that cover. As for our books of the week, I'm going to start off with Lucy Claire Redemption #3 by John Upchurch. Wolverine #1 with the art by Adam Kubert. On the Stump #1 by Chuck Brown and Prizzy. The Joe Hill book, The Plunge #1 by Hill and Stuart Eminem. Flash Forward #6, which is the last issue for that. It's supposed to be very important for the DC universe as a whole going into the future. Bitterroot #6, and of course, my favorite book from Marvel, Daredevil #18. And before we leave, ask you guys again, one more time, forgive me for being late, and be on the lookout. I think they talked about Alex Ross's new book with Kurt Busiek and Yildirim Sinar, which is going to be called The Marvels. And I believe it's going to encompass every single character from Timely Comics until current. It should be pretty dope. And any book with Alex Ross covers are guaranteed fire. All right, people. Hopefully I can not take any more breaks. And shout out to the hero and the kid for looking at my videos and giving me some nice feedback. And hopefully we will be able to make some videos to his liking soon enough. All right, guys. Buy your comics, love your comics, and read them. Until next time, I'll catch you at the same bad time and at the same bad channel. Peace.